hard. I have a 3.5-year-old and he speaks fluently. He has no issues. So I regularly get asked about how he is able to speak like that. So today I'm going to share some of the things that we used to do with him that you can also do at home. And I may have overgone, I may have bought a lot of things. You are not supposed to buy everything, only the things that you feel that you might need or you can reuse, only those things you should buy. Okay, so don't go overboard like me. So one of the things that I first started with is giving him ample time. I used to talk to him a lot. I love talking to him, and he used to love listening. And one of the things that I started was I started showing him, small flashcards. So there were multiple flashcards, and I used to just show him. I did not expect him to, understand. And flashcards were only used because I wanted him to sit at a certain place for some, time so that he develops a sitting position and things like that. We used to use flashcard when he had tummy time. So that is how we started. And then we graduated to something like this. So this was to teach him phonics. What I used to do is I would put an alphabet and make the sound. Ah. And I used to say the name of the alphabet also. So this is A, ah. And then I would show him something related to A, like we have apple here. So this is one of the way I started with him. And it's not like I just have only in the capitals, but I also have the same thing in small letters. So this way he was able to understand and see the difference between the two things. So this was one of the things that we used to do a lot. Initially, when we started up, when he was, very young, say maybe about a year old, he used to throw them. And that was all fine. As long as I was able to repeat it at least once, I would let him. So what I will do is, I will just fill this up and keep on saying. And since we had already done the flashcards, so he had a rough idea. And then he would attempt to do it. Once I have done it and removed everything, he would attempt to do it on his own. So this was one of the ways. Then the other way that I used to work with him, or we used to work on, is hand skills. So what we used to do is, just give me a second. Yeah, so we started up with something like this. So this is a Hindi alphabet, and like this we had for ABCDs. I also had I got these sheets was laminated, and initially what we used to do is on this alphabet I used to help him and then make, use clay and make the numbers or alphabet, whatever we were doing. So this is for the numbers. I had similar thing made up for alphabets also. This is something I downloaded for free from internet and then printed it out and laminated it. Obviously, I bought a laminator, being the overdoing person. I bought the laminator and the sheets, and so that I can do it whenever I want, because I don't have a lot of time. So I used to do it at night for him to do for the next day. So what we started with was that we used to make clay numbers or clay alphabets. And once he got the hang of making it with clay, then we started using clippers or tweezers, and we used to do with the pom pom. So this activity, what we used to do, with this, one of the things that he developed was his pincer grip. Okay, and then another thing that he worked on was alphabet or number recognition. So we were doing multiple things. We were saying, we were writing, or maybe sticking the craft, and this was, he used to enjoy it because It's so colorful. So at times what he would do is he will just throw the tweezer and pick up in hand and put it on. That is also okay. As long as the child is enjoying, these all tasks are okay. They also help child focus because now he has to focus on the lines and put it according to the line. So it also helps in the child developing focus in the initial years. And it's a game. So he enjoys it, or he used to. Another thing that we graduated on was something like this. So this is a sheet that I got from a place, you know. So there is an class monitor. Okay, so you have something like this. I have, obviously, like the overdoing person, I have multiple kids. So we have actually done nursery, and I think this is the KG. Yeah, no. So this is the nursery kit. We have already finished it, and I think we only have, see, we have craft stuff left. We have already finished the nursery part and graduated to the KG part. And KG also, I think we have done most of it. Only the writing parts are left. Other than that, most of it we have done. What I used to do is, say this is from the KG part. So what I will do is, we had these sheets. I will laminate it and put a Velcro on it. And now I can give it to him, and he used to do it. So what he will do is, this is on, you know, modes of transportation in various places. So what I will do is, I'll just remove them. So how this is going to help him in talking is that there is an activity that we are doing, and now we will talk about, say, ship. I will tell him this is a ship, this goes in the sea. So now I have an opportunity to teach him about a letter C. I can teach him about oceans. We can talk about oceans. And when we are talking to the child also has urge to ask questions. And to ask question, he need to learn to speak. So one of the things was, I refused to answer him if he was not questioning me properly. He was not wording. If he only made sound, or if he only said things by crying, I will refuse to answer him. I always told him, see, I cannot understand you. Please talk properly. And what that did was, it forced him to form questions. So this is train, so we can talk about train, railway tracks, different types of train. So that gives a vocabulary to the child, and it also gives you point to speak about. So this is submarine, so now I can talk about submarine and the difference between submarine and the ship. These all are the talking points for the child. Car, road, we can talk about different types of roads, where they lead. Sledge, again, what is the difference between sledge and say ship? We can talk about hot air balloon. So difference between the aeroplane and hot air balloon. Now we are going to talk about that. So this gives child a new vocabulary to work on. He is learning about animals. Now I can talk about camels, what camels are. Another thing that I did was, I bought a lot of books. I have a whole library of books for small kids. So what I do is, earlier when he was very small, he did not understand anything. I used to pull out books and put in front of him. And what he did was, he used to read, select the book, and then I used to read it for him. So he started making a correlation between the alphabets, the images, and that's how we proceeded. Then we proceeded into teaching him how to read those books. So those books are doing double work. Earlier, I used to teach him, I used to read to him. So by reading to him, he again developed the new vernaculars. And now that we are coming to the reading part, so we have started with small Bob books. I will go into that later on. Okay, so now he has started little bit small 3-letter words reading. We are not yet into the books, but only 3-letter words. So now let's go back to the point. So these are the things that I got from the class monitor, and I got these bindis. Everybody has that at home. I just laminated it, and he would identify and put bindis on letter G. So we had A to Z, or we had from 1 to 10. So that helped him in understanding the letters and alphabets. And once you get the hang of letters and alphabets, it's easier to talk about it. It's easier to see them. So what we used to happen is he used to see the numbers. It mostly became with the numbers, and since we used to travel in metro, so he would tell me, see, this is number 2, this is number 1, this is number 4. And I used to encourage him. Another thing was, he was well socialized. He used to go out, he used to meet a lot of people, and people of different walks of life. So he had a very vast social arrangement, and he used to talk to people, and that helped him. Because of our daily travel, it helped him to learn to form, language, and helped him to, ask questions. So now what happens is, he is not afraid of going to strangers and asking them questions, because he has regularly socialized with them. So I would also suggest, if you have a child who is not talking, one of the most important thing is, take the child out regularly, socialize him. When the child is regularly in social setup, there are a lot of people from different walks of life who are talking to your child. He will learn to talk, he will learn to have amazing vocabulary, and he can talk about anything under the sun. So let's go back again. What I did was, I had these sheets from the monitor, I laminated it, and now we have the wild animals, domestic animals, we have water animals, and I would just see, I put velcro in all of it. It's very cheap, you can buy the velcro and put it, or you can just stick it. See, they were initially supposed to just cut and stick on the paper, but me being extra, what I did is, I put on a velcro. So now he can, whenever he wants to, whenever I wanted him to have an activity and learn, so we had this. So he started recognizing lion, another word in the vocabulary. Then we have monkey, we have elephant. So this is what helped him develop a vocabulary, because he could, see different things. He had different kind of activity regularly. It's not like one activity or one thing that he was doing. He had a lot of things to work on. I would not give him the same sheets every day. I would regularly change the sheets, I would change how it's done, and then we will proceed. So now what we are doing is, we are on counting numbers. Actually, we are in addition, small addition, 1 or 2 number digits. But this was what we were doing, maybe say 6 months back, that he would count and then identify and put the number, count and identify and put the number. Again, me being extra, I put on a velcro. These are sheets that are available online. Some of the sheets are there free of cost. If you want to know about the sites, you can just write in the comment section, and I will get back to you. um, Please, if you have any queries, if you want to talk about something else, I will be here, put in the comments, and I'll respond back to you. Again, another thing what we used to do is, see, again, counting. So he has these numbers going on, and then we can put on the numbers that are there. With this, we could teach him more and less, greater and smaller. Okay, so I would remove some of the ladybugs from it, and there will be some of the ladybugs. And then he found out about the greater and lesser, more and less. Okay, so these are the ways that I am teaching him. Even now, I reuse everything. See, anything that I had used earlier, I would always keep on reusing it. I don't just buy one thing and use it for one specific purpose. I try to use it in a multiple ways, in a multiple formats. Again, this is a Hindi slate. This is also one of the thing to help him, with his pencil grabbing. Once he was, I think, 2 year old, we started introducing this. So this is how he started with the pencil grabs. I would ask him to, it was not supposed to be regular. He could go anywhere, any line he wanted. It was a freedom. I also did it with chalk. So this is the example of the chalk. Just give me a second. So what I would do is give him chalk and he would write on it whatever way he found it according to himself. He would write on it, and that would be it. It was not compulsory to just go in a particular way, because I was not forcing him. I just wanted him to grab on, learn the pincer grip, and start recognizing it. So this was one more of the thing that we used to do. Then another thing that we did together, like I said, we read a lot of books, a lot of poems. So I did buy the book. I'm forgetting the name. The small cutout books. Okay, the cutout books that had on different topics: lions, elephants. We had the mythological gods also, on gods, on different stories. So we what even now what we do is, what me and my son we do is, I will ask him to go and choose a book. It's up to him. He can get a book on dinosaurs, he can get a book on periodic table, he can get a book on, say, any paintings. I have a section of the books, and he is free to choose from it. So he goes, he brings, usually it's mostly a cutout book with a lot of pictures that he will grab back, and then he will tell me in the sequence that he wants to read the books. And then I'll read the stories till I feel he's sleepy, and we will go to sleep. So this way, what we are trying to develop is a love for books, love for reading, listening. He has developed a very good capacity for listening. He listens and learns. That is something he has developed it. I have seen him read, listen, and memorize a lot of Bhagavad Gita verses. And now I'm actively trying to teach him the Bhagavad Gita verses. Again, when we are speaking shlokas, it helps to develop the muscles. So I I speak to him, I tell him the shlokas again and again, again and again. Every morning we wake up, we do Karagre Basit Lakshmi, and then at night we have some of them. During the day we have some of them. So what happens is, now that he is chanting different shlokas, he is trying to memorize different shlokas, his memory is developing, his muscles are developing, he is able to speak. And when he is able to speak, he is not feeling shy, because he has heard it and spoken those mantras so many times that now if he has to talk about it in front of, say, 20 people, he is not shy, he is not scared, because he is well prepared. He is prepared all his life, all 3 years of his life. So this is also something, if you feel that your child is having issues in speaking or in any speech issues, I have seen the shlokas work very well. So you can start with something small, keep repeating it every day, and it helps the child. So I think this is a lot for today. That's all for today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment and let me know what you want to talk about in future. If there are any topics that I can cover with you, if you want me to talk about something else, there is a ton of things that I used to do with my child that you can do. You can, introduce in your daily time. You can increase it and use it as you want. Okay, so signing off today. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you next time.